Hello, everyone, and welcome to Game 2 of this doubleheader at Palm Springs Stadium. Game 2 today is between the 1-0 Lumberjacks and the 0-1 Rush. And yesterday, the Rush fell to the Blue Sox, and yesterday, the Lumberjacks defeated the Bootleggers. And the Bootleggers and Blue Sox just wrapped up about maybe half an hour ago, and the Bootleggers got the 6-0 victory. But, Steven, as we went through that first game, we saw a no-hitter. It was the first shutout of the PSCL season. What are your thoughts about how that game went?
Well, from start to finish, it was just the pitching was the story for the Bootleggers. Isaac Quintero came out, and we know that he has good stuff. He's pitched with the power. He's pitched well with the power. He's a returner from the PSCL, and he came out, and from the first pitch, he set the tone. He was throwing strikes. Everything was working, fastball, slider, changeup, and he delivered 4 solid outings, just allowed 2 walks, and then after that, the bullpen took over, and there was no looking back. Once the Bootleggers got a lead, they played downhill, and the Blue Sox just had no chance.
Yeah, and Isaac Quintero, he also plays with the power, so he has that experience playing up at just another level, and he threw a no-hitter, got the win. On the flip side, Kobe Ladd got the loss for the Blue Sox, but now here we are with the leadoff batter, Stevie Hutchinson for the Lumberjacks, going up against starting pitcher number 14, Jay Peters of the Rush. Strike one.
Yeah, Stevie Hutchinson, a graduate out of Palm Desert this past season. He's going to be a big part of this offense for the Lumberjacks, and it's a tough task immediately going up against Jay Peters, one of the best pitchers in the league last year with the PSCL.
1 ball, 1 strike. Different umpire crew for this game 2. That'll be a slow chopper. Let's see if it's fair. It is, and they'll go foul. And that's just a strange decision because over there, the first baseman Kretzer could have scooped that up and quickly tagged first base. Instead, he just lets him go foul and gives him another chance. Jay Peters, he throws right for a college and goes to the College of the Desert as a sophomore this past season, but never comes up to bat. No two-way player. This will bounce right down first base line again. This time not waiting for it to go foul and quickly tagging first base is unassisted out by Kretzer, 1 away in the top of the first. Here's Jordan Medina, the center fielder. Takes ball 1. The rest of the lineup for the Lumberjacks, while we have this moment, batting third, number 24, the right fielder, John Heitzman. Batting fourth, the DH, number 20, Dylan Nelson. Batting fifth, number 5, the third baseman, Jesus Vasquez. There's Jordan Medina, fouls that off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 12, Drake Rogers. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 8, Peyton Ford. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 23, Logan Warden. Batting ninth, the extra hitter, number 21, Aiden Crocier. And batting 10th, the catcher, number 10, Kyle Berkowitz. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He gets a piece of that, but it goes right into the dirt and slows down. I like the forest green uniforms the Lumberjacks have, and it makes sense. It goes with the name, and they often look like the University of Laverne uniforms, as well as color rush for the University of Miami Hurricanes. 1-2 pitch. Grounds that. It's going to go to the shortstop, scooping it up, throwing it across his body. It's not going to be in time. A 1-out single for Jordan Medina.
Yeah, there's nothing Marujo could do over there at shortstop. He had to run such a far way, and Medina runs pretty well as the second hitter in the Jacks lineup. It was almost guaranteed to be an infield single just off of where he was positioned.
It was good hustle there. Now Peters has someone on first base to worry about. A right-handed pitcher, he has to turn his head around to get a close look at him. There's going to be a pass ball that will allow Jordan Medina to advance to second. So the first runner in scoring position here today. Quick shout out to our operations colleagues, groundskeeper, as they were they repainted home plate, they redragged the baseline, they evened out the dirt everywhere they needed. Great job by all of them. In between games, I might add, when they had less than half an hour. There's ball 2. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now, Jay Peters, as we talked about this on the Power broadcast and a couple of the PSCL broadcasts too, both today and yesterday, the College of the Desert is by far the most the school that pops up most frequently on the Power and PSCL players. It's basically the local school as a hotbed for recruiting talent. He pops that back against the net. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, it's no surprise, especially when College of the Desert, it's run by Casey Dill, Sam DiMatteo, Reed Santos. See a smattering of other PSCL and Power staff over there, and right now Sam DiMatteo, the head coach for College of the Desert, he's the manager for these Lumberjacks here.
There's ball 3. We have our first full count of this game. Jay Peters taking his time. Deals a payoff pitch. And there's ball 4.
Uncharacteristic for Peters to start off the game with a walk. Again, one of the best pitchers in the league last season. Played for Jimmy Johnson's A's. He was one of 3 pitchers on that roster to make the All-Star game last season. And at times in the season, he carried that team.
He deals strike 1 there to the DH, Dylan Nelson. He's a graduate of Mission Hills High School and from Palm Desert, California, just down the road. No balls, 1 strike. Ball 1, a 1-1 count. And if you're just joining us, it's the top of the first here between the visiting Lumberjacks and the home Rush. 2 runners on with 1 out, no score. Jay Peters had 11.1 innings pitched this year at College of the Desert, but no wins, losses, or saves. Just kind of played in the middle of each game he appeared in. That's fouled off by the photo stand down the home by the home dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Peters taking his time, keeping an eye on the base runners. Swing and miss, retiring Nelson for out number 2.
And that's more like it. We'll see a lot of that from Jay Peters this summer. He's one of the guys that Zach Novus, the head coach for the Rush, was really excited to get on his team this season. He played at College of the Desert, had a solid year there, and again, he should be a frontline starter for this Rush team that's got lofty expectations this season.
First pitch for Jesus Vasquez is outside the zone, ball 1. Jesus Vasquez from Hayward, California. Played 1 year so far at Laney College. 889 at-bats in 43 games. 76 hits, 28 RBIs. Pop back against the net, strike 1. That would have been a double steal had that not been foul. Go ahead.
79 on the fastball there. Jay Peters starting to tick up a little. He's not exactly going to blow the doors off anyone, but again, he can get up to around 80, 81, 82 with that heater.
And not to mention with Jesus Vasquez, his batting average batting .402, and no matter what level you're at, that is pretty impressive considering the at-bats and the hits and RBIs he had. There's strike 2. And the Lumberjacks are down to their final strike of this first inning. The sun has gone up all the way in the sky, so we're able to open up the gate of the press box all the way without it overheating all of our equipment. It's nice. We got the fan on. There's a double steal attempt, and that will go foul as it's squandered once again. Yeah, a handful of fans here to see their players play, whether it's their son, niece, nephew, or not niece, excuse me, son, yeah, nephew, even if maybe it's their host, the player that they're hosting. 1-2 pitch, foul it off again. Peters up to 23 pitches so far in this first inning. Another 1-2 pitch from Peters. It's going to be hit right to the shortstop. It's going to be Marujo, and he turns around, throws it, and it's not going to be in time. All runners are safe. That's going to be a fielding error for the shortstop. And everyone advances now that we have loaded bases. Now coming to the plate, Drake Rogers. Starting out in left field. That's a grounder, and it's going to go right to Jay Peters on the mound, and he'll just lob it over to Kretzer at first to end the inning. So after 3 outs, there's no score. Lumberjacks were pounding on the door, but the rush got out of it. We're going to be right back. The bottom of the first is just after this commercial break.
Like a family setting, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. They cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
All right, we're back at the bottom of the first inning. Leading off for the Rush, center fielder T.J. Wilson, also due up right fielder Brody Minnick, and third baseman Kaylor Bachman. There's strike 1.
Yeah, good job by Jay Peters last inning. He got himself into a bit of a trouble. The walk, the single, and an error loaded the bases, but able to rear back and.
Nope. That's grounded over to third base, and it'll be a quick 5-3 put out after 2 pitches. 1 away in the bottom first.
Good job there. Fastball right down the middle. Wilson got a hold of it, sent it to third base, and great job by the Jacks third baseman Vasquez, able to collect it, take his time, set his feet, and fire a strike down to first.
And here's Brody Minnick coming all the way from Miami, Florida. He takes ball 1. Whoa, and the wind just slammed the door shut in this press box. It startled me. Plays at Tufts University. Fouls that back, and it bounced off the glove of the catcher. 1 ball, 1 strike. He was a letter winner in baseball and golf for the High Tides of Miami Beach High School, and was the baseball captain as a senior, and team MVP, and also the first team All-County. One ball, 2 strikes. There's ball 2. Baseball runs in his family. His dad played for the University of Rhode Island Rams. Rhode Island made it to the regionals this season. So it was a good year for them. 2-2 pitch. That's going to be a grounder over to third baseman again. Let's see, a 5-3 putout was a high throw, and no, forced him off the bag. His foot was not on it, so that'll be a throwing error on the third baseman, Jesus Vasquez, that allows Brody Minnick, to be safe at first.
Yeah, that's a tough break for Vasquez. Again, similar play, chopper to third. He gets the ball, has a little bit less time, sets his feet, and the throw is just a little bit high, and Warden's foot, when he's stretching out to get it, just comes off the base. It's a good call by the umpire to spot that, but just, again, a tough break. They thought they had the play. The throw was in time, but if it was right at his chest, it probably would have been an out.
The first pitch for Kaylor Bachman is ball 1. And the Misters keeping everyone cool here. Usually they're timed for the power games, but now that the PCL started, they're turned on manually in the morning. Check swing, he makes contact with it, and that's going to go foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kyler Bachman from Ridgecrest, California, attends Arkansas Tech University. And last year, that school won the Great American Conference regular season title. He hasn't played for them yet. He redshirted this year. He played baseball for the Southern California Bombers and Burroughs High School, and also played basketball in high school. 1-1 pitch. Just a little high, ball 2. So there's the Southern California Bombers, and there's also the San Diego Bombers. Check swing, did not go around, ball 3. His batting average throughout his high school career got steadily better each year. 227 as a freshman, 241 as a sophomore, 310 as a junior, and 410 as a senior, and also played in more games each year, more than the last. There's strike 2. We have a full count. Wallen working for everything right now. The payoff pitch to Bachman. Swing and a miss. Goes down on strikes for out number 2. But not all bad news as Brody Minnick steals second.
Yeah, for a second the Jacks thought they could have had to strike him out, throw him out, but a perfect jump by Brody Minnick there. Able to get under the tag if there was one. A solid throw by Berkowitz behind the plate, but again, just couldn't get the throw off in time, and it was too high.
Here's the designated hitter, Riki Kubota, who swings and misses at the first pitch. And a shout out to one of the clubbies, Nick Irvin, who got us his number because it was not written on the lineup sheet. The 0-1 pitch from Wallen. High fastball, 1 ball, 1 strike. Riki Kubuto, he spent most of his childhood in Shibuya in Tokyo, Japan, but has lived in the last few years in Riverside, California, and attends Riverside City College. Oh, 2-1 pitch is a pass ball, and it kind of threw the catcher, Berkowitz, off balance. Two-one pitch from Wallen to Kabuta, ball 3. And he had a little kind of like a combine performance on Perfect Game Report. His 60-yard dash was 7.57 seconds. Three-one pitch. There's ball 4, and we have a 2-out walk and 2 runners on for the Rush.
Yeah, just lost him those last couple pitches. Looked like there on the 3-1 pitch, tried to go with the fastball up high and do a little too much with it. 89, so he got all the velocity he wanted, but just left it above the zone.
Strike 1 for Jaden Scott, the starting left fielder. Attends Wartburg College from Poway, California. Takes ball 1. The rest of the lineup for the Rush after this is second baseman number 20, Cade Litzenberger, batting 7th, the extra hitter number 12, Derek Ball, batting 8th, the first baseman number 9, Easton Kretzer. There's ball 2. Batting 9th, the catcher number 16, Neil Navarro, and batting 10th, the shortstop number 2, Lubby Marujo. Two-one pitch, Wallen taking his time, has 2 base runners to worry about. Outside, ball 3. In 2022, Jaden Scott was a member of the Trotsky Force in the 2022 WWBA West National Championship. There's strike 2, and we have a full count. Swings and misses, and that's how the inning will end, as both runners took off in an attempt to double steal, but it will not matter. So after 1 inning, there's no score, and we will be right back for the top of the second.
Somewhere down there is you. And just like us, you're an amazing Palm Springs vacation home. I bet we have a lot in common. Elevated, yet down to earth. A place to soak it up, sip it down, and make a splash. A place where staying in is even better than going out. Not just a place for visiting, a place for living in the moment. That moment when vacation dreams become reality. You're one of Palm Springs' best kept secrets. Let's show you off. Because you're so much more than just a home. You're a destination. You're an adventure. You're an idyllic escape. You're a happy place.
replaced, or repaired? Then go company. We do it all. Repair, installs, retrofits, 100 years overheaded to bringing you the best in doors, commercial doors, accessories. Whether you need a garage door for your home, a commercial door for your better integrated door system application, remember the Red Ribbon logo. You are genuine. The original products and service Red Ribbon for products that are reliable and safe. Our service technicians are trained, knowledgeable, and background checked. Our continued success is due to our exceptional employees. Call 760-772-3667. Overhead Door Company. We sell the best and service the rest.
Look out to the leader, Overhead Doors.
Welcome back to the top of the second inning. There is no score due up for the Lumberjacks. 7-8-9. Peyton Ford, Logan Warden, and Aiden Crozier. There's strike one. What puzzles me is a lot of the times when there's a full count like that, or when there's 3 balls also as well, that base runners will take off like they're trying to steal. And they just forget the pitch count. They don't care. They just want to run fast. 1 ball, 1 strike. So tonight you're doing PA for the Power Game 2 against the Alameda Anchors. That's fouled off as it's Xavier Alumni Night. Tell listeners a little bit about that.
It's Xavier Alumni Night. They're going to have a ton of alumni, some staff out here. I'm pretty sure it's Xavier alumni and staff get in free. I'm sure there'll be some stuff in the PA script that I'll learn about tonight.
There's a slow chopper over to second base. And a quick, whoa, almost could have been out. Could have been an error, but a 4-3 put out. Litzenberger to Kretzer.
Yeah, it's been a bit of an adventure over at first base so far. Again, no real massive defensive flaws, but just a couple of throws that have taken Kretzer off the bag, and that one right there was pretty close.
As a slow chopper over to third base, it'll be a Bachman to Kretzer put out on the first pitch of the at-bat. So 5 pitches, 2 outs here in the top of the second. Now Aiden Crozier, the extra hitter. But tonight on the call, it will be Justin doing play-by-play again, as he was there with me last night. Doing color is our very own Johnny Maldonado. First pitch, bottom of the zone, first strike.
Good fastball by Jay Peters, and again, he got himself in some trouble last inning, had the bases loaded, but able to rear back and just throw strikes right there. Fastball sitting at 80 miles an hour.
There's ball 1.
It'll be a fastball, a slider, and a changeup out of Peters. Fastball's going to be sitting in the high 70s, low 80s.
There's strike 2.
Changeup gets down to the low 70s, might get as low as 68. And the slider's in the middle of that, around 74.
1-2 pitch, swinging and missing, and going down on strikes is Aiden Crozier for out number 3. So a 1-2-3 inning for Peters, who only pitches 9 times this inning as opposed to 25, getting out of the inning quicker and finding himself a little bit of a rhythm. After 1.5, there's no score. We're going to the bottom of the second.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Welcome back to the bottom of the second inning. No score. Due up for the rush. 6, 7, 8. Cade Litzenberger, Derek Ball, and Easton Kretzer. Now we do have a pitching change. Matt Wallen pitched in the first inning, but now it's his brother, number 17, Henry Wallen, out there. And he delivers strike one to Cade Litzenberger. He takes ball one. Henry Wallen deals a pitch, and Cade Litzenberger fouls that back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I'm glad I caught that because, it was another Wallen out there, but then I see the number, remembering that Matt Wallen, his number was on the lineup sheet, and he was, though, written, the letter M was written as a first initial. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And there's a looking K. Cade Litzenberger goes down on 5 pitches.
Good sequence there by Wallen. He goes with a couple fastballs, one up and in, and then pulls the string on it, pulls the breaking ball. Looked like a curveball that just darted through the zone, 69 miles an hour on the outer half of the plate. A tough pitch to hit there.
First pitch for Derek Ball, the extra hitter, is a ball. Fitting. Henry Wallen, patient on the mound. There deals strike one. That's fouled off over the net, just clearing the stands. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Derek Ball out of Augustana University, 2024 high school graduate, had his first year of collegiate ball this past season. And in yesterday's game, 3 at-bats, had a hit.
Oh, check swing. That was strike 2. Did he go? He did. And Derek Ball goes down on strikes. So 2 Ks for Henry Wallen thus far. And here's Easton Kretzer. Starting first baseman. Swings and misses at the first pitch. He was with the PSCL last year and now attends Webster University. What can you tell us about Easton Kretzer's year last season with the PSCL?
Yeah, Kretzer last season, he was on the rush, had a solid season, played a lot of infield, was primarily the first baseman in DH, and again, he hits the ball to all fields. He gets on base. He's a good player for this team.
Pops that back against the net, maintains its speed, and I don't know if anyone was sitting down there may have been startled by it. Natural defense mechanism, but I get teased every time I flinch, even though I'm sitting behind the fence. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Rush are down to their final strike of this inning. And there's ball 2. He check swing, did not go around on that one. Two-two pitch. Check swing again. That's outside the zone. Ball 3. We have a full count here with 2 outs and no score in the bottom second.
Kretzer showing off the eye that he showed off a ton last season had a very high on base percentage. Was able to walk and grind out at bats.
And there's a 2-out walk. He'll take first. Now we're reaching the bottom of the order here. Almost there. We're in the 9 hole with the catcher, Neil Navarro.
Yeah, Wallen right there, just a couple fastballs over the heart of the plate and then just started missing. He had a slider out over the left-handed batter's box. It looked like he tried to pull out a curveball there, get the swing and miss, but it was just too low.
Hit by pitch. Oh, right in the lower back, right off the spine, and an HBP on the first pitch. Made 2 runners on with 2 outs in the bottom second.
And this is not a lineup you want to give a ton of free passes to. Zach Novus in the rush, one of the really early favorites for a team that can really contend and step up after last year's performance. They showed potential. They showed a ton of flashes last year, but they just couldn't pull it together. Got bounced in the first round of the playoffs, but right now Novus and the rest of the team, they're really confident in the guys they have this year.
Swings at the first pitch. It's a little bit of a bloop, and the second baseman going back to make the catch. That's Hutchinson to end the inning. So no score after 2 innings here. The Lumberjacks get out a little bit of trouble here as they allow 2 runners on. We're going to the top of the 3rd. We'll be right back.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyriq. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
Hey, Coachella Valley, Patrick Summers here, General Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Spring is here and summer is right behind it. Don't get caught with a broken air conditioning system. Call us now. Let us get a tune-up done. We're offering a special for $79. It comes with a seasonal guarantee. Call our team today. Get yourself scheduled before the heat hits. Be proactive, not reactive. Go ahead and book at callthegeneral.com or call our offices and we'll get you taken care of.
Welcome back. It's the top of the 3rd inning. Jay Peters on the mound still for the Rush. Due up 10-1-2. It's Kyle Berkowitz, Stevie Hutchinson, and Jordan Medina. Swings at the first pitch, and then he'll go foul before reaching 3rd base. So Jay Peters up to 35 pitches. We'll see how long the Rush coach wants to keep him in there. You know, for Isaac Quintero in the last game for the Bootleggers, it was around 60 to 65 pitches. He was pulled after 58 and got the win. And we'll see if there's a similar strategy here for the Rush.
Yeah, and it's all just, it's a pitcher-to-pitcher thing. Some coaches have longer leashes or they don't, and then...
That's going to be a grounder over to the shortstop. A quick throw over to first for out number 1, Marujo, and to Kretzer.
And for some coaches, or for some players in particular, it's not the coach out here's decision how long the pitcher goes. It's the coach that the pitcher is going to go back to for their collegiate season. That's who's really calling the shots sometimes. It just depends on like what role the guy's going to play for that college that season, how much fall ball he's going to play. You'll see it all over America.
For swinging at the first pitch, he'll go right to second baseman, and a 4-3 putout. Very quick inning right here at Litzenberger to Kretzer, 4-3 for out number 2.
And again, it's not just a protecting pitchers kind of thing, but it's a protecting roster spots issue because with some programs getting dumped down from D2 to D3 or D1 to D2, and then all the rosters are being cut down 8 spots in the next year. So that's thousands of players losing a job.
Swings at the first pitch, tops the top of the net and goes into the stands. Yeah, that's a great point because a lot of these players that are very deserving of a spot on the roster are going to get cut just because the NCAA is forcing these baseball teams. And as cutthroat and competitive as baseball is already at the collegiate level, it's going to be even more frustrating for these players. You're going to have more people entering the portal. You're going to have more maybe people who are transferring to a JUCO, just like not playing baseball anymore, or just potentially staying and accepting the fact that they got the baseball scholarship, they got cut. I'm just going to get my education and move on from baseball, and that is a reality that a lot of college players are going to have to deal with.
And it's a reality that combines with the harsh reality of until I think it's next season it goes into effect. Baseball only offers 11.7 scholarships per 40-man roster on the Division I level.
Hits this into the corner of right field. It'll be a fair ball, and chasing after it is Minnick, and he's going to go to second. It could be risky, and no, it is going to be a 2-out double. So good swing and good eye, seeing that he could get to second safely.
Yeah, 2-out double to right field, pretty close to right down the line. Only 86 off the bat, but right out the box, Medina was thinking too. Second hit of the game for the Lumberjacks. Medina's got both of them. And if it weren't for the throw not being caught by the cutoff man, or even with the fact that it wasn't caught by the cutoff man, it was still pretty close. A good throw by Minnick out there.
Oh, he's taking off for third. And a swing and a miss. Oh, and he's saying, it's foul. He got a piece of it, so he's going to have to go back. And that was a very strange occurrence because not only did he take off before Jay Peters turns his head towards the plate, so he knew he was stealing. He saw it, and he decided to pitch anyway. Jay Peters got lucky on there. He got a piece of it. That was one of the easiest and also riskiest stolen bags because the pitcher still had him in his line of sight before he pitched it. There's ball one. And as you were talking about, it's a great point that some people overlook when determining summer ball seasons is that college coach, if they're at a college already, is monitoring their play because they don't want them to get injured if he's their ace. This is hit into right center field, going to get in between Minnick and Wilson. That will bring a run home. It'll be an RBI single for John Heitzman as he wisely stays at first. So Lumberjacks draw first blood.
Yeah, great job by Heitzman. The rare pitch that just got hung over the middle by Jay Peters, 76-mile-an-hour fastball, and it was middle. John Heitzman takes it, goes the other way, and sends it right into the gap. Almost had extra bases there, but smartly stays at first, and again, 1-0 rush.
Yeah, Peters retired the first 2 batters in 4 pitches and now has given up 2 consecutive hits. There's ball 1 to Dylan Nelson, who struck out swinging his first plate appearance.
Apologies, 1-0 Lumberjacks, not Rush.
Pops this foul, I almost lost it there. Right into the stands, and now it fell into the little crevice, and now it's rolling down all the way to the first level of the stands. One ball, 1 strike for Nelson. Hits that to the shortstop. He's going to scoop it up. It'll be a 6-4 fielder's choice, and he thought he was safe. But that is how the inning will end. The Lumberjacks get a run. So after 2.5, it's 1-0 for the Evergreen Lumberjacks. We'll be right back for the bottom third.
For 20 years, our family's mission has been simple. It all starts at Stuffed, where exceptional service meets bold flavors. Every crust, a masterpiece. Cocktails crafted to perfection in an atmosphere that brings family and friends together. Stuffed pizza, dine in or take out. Savor and enjoy at our 2 locations. Quality, service, family legacy, it all starts at Stuffed.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Monster Shakes, the best ice cream creations in the desert and only place in the world that serves all 10 flavors of Dole Soft Serve. The winner of the best soft serve and smoothies, home to the world's best date shake and other fun creations like ice cream nachos and the cotton candy burrito. For a limited time, come in and try your luck. Any soft serve that weighs exactly 16 ounces is free. Monster Shakes in Palm Springs and Cathedral City facing the Mary Pickford. Franchise opportunities available too. Monster Shakes, a delicious mess.
All right, welcome back. It's the bottom of the 3rd inning. We're going to start out the top of the order. T.J. Wilson, Brody Minnick, and Kaylor Bachman due up for the rush as they find themselves in a 1-run hole here. Henry Wallen on the mound for a 2nd inning of work. First pitch swung. It's in foul territory. The catcher's shielding his eyes, and he can't find it, and it's in the VIP concourse. Strike 1.
Yeah, with games being early in the day, they're fighting with the sun that is directly over them right now. Not an easy job for Berkowitz to pull off, and obviously he wasn't going to get the ball anyway. It came in onto the concourse over the net, but it's going to be a tricky play for catchers getting foul balls.
And right now there's the umpires just looking at the base, trying to make a quick change. Pause the game, and now we'll resume. Swings at that one. It was inside and off the inside of the bat. Strike 2. And that looked like he was going to let that soar past him, but he took a swing at it because it was considerably slow. What was the velocity on that one?
I don't know.
Oh, has it come up yet?
It has not.
Oh, 68. That's pretty darn slow. So I don't blame him for swinging at that, but he just should have been standing back in the batter's box. He would have gotten the meat on the bat and could have gotten a single. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. With TrackMan on my laptop, it made it run too much, and the RAM was overloaded, and I couldn't do anything, unfortunately. This is hit into center field for a leadoff single, and the tying run is at first. And Brody Minnick comes up. He represents the leading run. And Brody Minnick got on base because of a bad throw by the 3rd baseman in the 1st inning. And then he stole 2nd. Strike 1. There's ball 1, and a stolen base for T.J. Wilson, and because it was also a pass ball, some of the players were encouraging T.J. Wilson to go to 3rd, but he did not have enough time.
Yeah, and you'll see it play differently on this field compared to the others today. We've got the high school field and the turf backfield. After today, it'll just be the stadium and the turf backfield, and over on the backfield, the backstop is only about 8 feet behind home plate. So pitchers often kind of get away with wild pitches and pass balls because it immediately ricochets back to the catcher. Or I saw one yesterday ricochet all the way back to the pitcher.
Yeah, that is crazy. And the parameters of a field definitely will go into the game plan as far as pitching and coaching, because they're going to – the 3rd base coach, the 1st base coach, they're going to tell you exactly what to look for if you're rounding a base, whether to go to the next one or not. And there's ball 3. Oh, no, I apologize. I thought it was 2-2. No, that was ball 4. So we have a walk following the single by Brody Minnick.
Now Sam DiMatteo is going to come out and talk to Wallen. It looks like this might be his day. They've got a pitcher warming up in the bullpen right now.
Yeah, Henry Wallen relieving his brother after just 1 inning, and he's thrown more pitches than him thus far. And we have Kaylor Bachman coming to the plate.
Yeah, and Caden Stillwell, another returner for the PSCL. He'll be coming in. He's in the bullpen right now. It looks like it's just going to be a talk. Sam DiMatteo, in all likelihood, giving Stillwell some more time to warm up, and it's also just oftentimes it's a chance to reset the pitcher, catch your breath, just remind them, we're just trying to play catch out here, just fire the ball to the catcher, throw strikes.
And there he is. He seems he heard you up here, and he throws strike 1 to Kaylor Bachman. And we just got a little bit of a mist in here, which is kind of cool. And something that an odd occurrence that happened at the high school field earlier. There's a swing and a miss strike 2. The sprinklers came on mid-game, and Justin, our colleague, sent a picture, and I'm not sure if they were able to get the game in or not. Playing baseball with the sprinkler running through it like you're a little kid, that's got to be fun, but it's not proper. 0-2 pitch. Oh, and he got hit. Ouch. So loaded bases with no outs. The leading run now in scoring position for the Rush.
Yeah, second batter hit on the day for the Rush, and already 6 free passes given away. An error in the first, a walk in the first, another walk and hit by pitch in the second, and then walk and Kyler Bachman getting hit.
First swing, that goes into shallow left field, and running up to make the catch is Rogers. And so there's 1 out. He retires Riki Kobuto on the first pitch. And then the throw home is in time, but the catcher has some trouble fielding it as TJ Wilson comes home to score and to tie the game.
Charlie, I'm shocked. I am shocked that TJ Wilson even tried that. I mean, in left field, Rogers was only about 20 feet from the dirt. It's one of the shortest sac flies you'll ever see, and if that throw was caught by Berkowitz, he was out by a mile.
That is true. I think do you think we should rule that E2? Because that's what my gut is telling me. I completely agree with you on that. One ball, 1 strike for Jaden Scott. Right now, the Rush, they're just patient at the plate, and they're taking off for second, and he'll have to go back. That's a foul ball. But Brody Minnick had a great lead off of second and would have been safe at third. Henry Wallen, only 1 out so far in this third inning. The 1-2. Below the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Taking his time. Deals a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Retires Jaden Scott, who's now gone down swinging on both his at-bats today.
Yeah, Wallen's been very erratic today, but he's able to get that strikeout there. You got to wonder if he's not able to retire Litzenberger, if that's his day, and if they go to Caden Stillwell or not. Stillwell walking back out to the bullpen again.
Ball 1 for Litzenberger. He struck out looking leadoff in the second. There's a strike, and whoa, a bad throw by the catcher. That could be the second error for him this inning. So it's a 1-1 count, and Brody Minnick successfully steals third, and Kyler Bachman successfully steals second. So it's a double steal, and then the throwing error by the catcher, Berkowitz, allows Brody Minnick to come home.
Yeah, that's, I mean, there's no other way to say it other than they just handed the Rush a run right there. I mean, a double steal and you just throw it into the outfield.
There's a swing and a miss, and that is how the bottom third will end. Cade Litzenberger goes down on strikes for the second time today. So 40 pitches for Henry Wallen through 2 innings, and after 3, the Rush get the lead, 2-1. We'll be back for the top of the 4th right after this.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99, including one mouth-watering entree, a refreshing beverage, a $10 power card, and a whole lot of fun, which means you enjoy a delicious meal for under $10. But look, that's 5 good things. Good things come in threes at Dave & Buster's with the Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Buy online or in-store today.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are 2 teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
We're back to the top of the 4th, and the Lumberjacks now find themselves trailing after giving up 2 runs in the bottom third. Due up, 5-6-7, Jesus Vasquez, Drake Rogers, and Peyton Ford. Peters still on the mound for the Rush. Off-speed pitch, there's strike 1 as it hits the top corner of the zone. A 1 pitch. There's ball 1. Kind of in the same area, just a little bit more outside. And with that pitch, Peters is now up to 50 pitches. And we'll see how many he finishes with after this inning, but it could be done after just 4. And that is how much you're required to get the win if you're a starting pitcher. This is going to be a bloop single into center field. And so the tying run is on base. The leading run coming to the plate, it's going to be Drake Rogers, the left fielder.
Yeah, fastball down and away. Jesus Vasquez, after seeing 2 changeups back-to-back, goes out for it, and he's able to get just enough on it, send it out into the gap and to kind of no man's land.
There's ball 1. It's a pass ball, but didn't let it get it past him. Navarro quickly throwing it back to Peters, and that keeps Jesus Vasquez on base.
And if he hit it any harder, that thing was probably going to go in the gap, but didn't get much on it. Again, had to go way out to get even a piece on it.
There's ball 2.
Rogers 0 for 1 on the day, grounded back to Peters at the mound.
There's strike 1. Ooh, that's a tough call. I don't know about that one. It kind of grazed like the outside of the batter's box. It was off speed, just kind of grazed that line. The 2-1 pitch from Peters. Below the zone, ball 3. In this year, the College of the Desert Roadrunners went 23-18 overall and 16-8 in conference play. I mentioned before, Jay Peters didn't get any wins, losses, or saves, but was on the mound for 11.1 innings. This is hit into left center field. Kind of in the middle, both the left fielder and center field as it bounces close to the warning track. And that will be a double, and that moves over Jesus Vasquez to third. So 2 hits early in the top of the 4th has the Lumberjacks in a good position to retake the lead.
Yeah, Peters, the fastball's been a little erratic this inning, still early in the inning, but leaves a 77-mile-an-hour heater right over the plate. And Drake Rogers did not miss it. He ropes it right at the Agua Caliente Casino sign in left center field and basically split the fielders in half. Ball went 345 feet. It was a guaranteed double off the bat.
345 feet. You know, that's just 5 shy of a home run down the left field or right field line, but it gets steadily further as you get to the closest center field. First pitch for Peyton Ford. Above the zone, ball 1. He grounded out 4-3 to lead off the second on a 1-2 pitch.
And with the winning runner on second, Zach Novus has Derek Ball walking down the line to go warm up in the bullpen. If Peters can't find an out here, this inning might be his day.
There's ball 3, and it's a pass ball, and that will allow a run to score. So 59 pitches now for Peters, and Jesus Vasquez scores the tying run, and the leading run, Jake Rogers, is now at third. There's strike 1. It's a 3-1 count now for Ford. Peters is now up to 60 pitches, which is half the amount my scorebook allows me to fill in. Now, I have not ever gotten to 120 yet in all my time calling or scoring baseball. And there's the ball 4. Now we have runners in the corners with no outs here in the top of the 4th. The rush in a bit of trouble here.
And Zach Novus doesn't really have a choice here. Nobody's warm, so Jay Peters, unless they're going to pull a position player out there, This is his inning to finish.
No balls, 1 strike for Logan Warden. Oh. So there's ball 1, and it will be a double steal. Peyton Ford is able to steal second. And on that same throw, Drake Rogers sees a window, and he comes to steal home.
Yeah, honestly, a little surprised that they fell for that. The rush backstop catches the ball and didn't have much of a chance to get Ford at second. He still throws it down there, and Navarro's throw was solid, but it was still late, and by the time he even thought about releasing the ball, coming from third, he had Rogers, and Rogers wasn't going to be thrown out. There was no chance.
The 1-1 pitch to Warden. There's ball 2. Think of how many times, though, that there's been someone stealing second while there's someone at third, and the third baseman never intends to steal home. When there's definitely a window there that can make it happen, and we saw that occurrence just now. 2-1 pitch. No, there's ball that was ball 4. Okay, we lost count. My apologies. So that walk will now put runner on first. There's people coming in to talk to Peters as he's now up to 65 pitches. Yeah, it looks like he's done. He'll be done after 3 innings and then facing 4 batters in the 4th while retiring none of them. And we'll be right back. We're going to have a relief pitcher come on in.
There's something winning in the agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Across the Coachella Valley, you'll find our communities powered by short-term rentals. These rentals bring visitors and dollars to the region. Whether attending events, checking out the art scene, or dining at restaurants, when they spend money, we all score. The nearly $1 billion impact of short-term vacation rentals generates tax revenues that fund police, firefighters, education, and many other programs that improve our daily lives. To learn why short-term rentals are a grand slam for the home team, visit onecv.org.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I know.
All right, welcome back. So the pitcher in now is Derek Ball, the extra hitter. And Jay Peters is responsible for the 2 runners on. Here's number 21, Aiden Crozier, the extra hitter for the Lumberjacks, who struck out swinging to end the 2nd. First pitch. Ball 1.
Peters line, 3 innings, 5 hits. He walked 3, struck out 2, faced 18 batters. Still on the hook for these 2 runs, though.
And popped into shallow, kind of right field, and no, dipping, actually staying in the infield. I was trying to find the ball in the sky, I couldn't. And that 1-0 pitch flies out to second base, caught by Litzenberger for out number 1. Here's Kyle Berkowitz. Grounded out 6-3 to lead off the third. First pitch, high fastball. 1 ball and no strikes. Ball 2. Taking his time, deals, and there's strike 1. Foul down the third base line. Derek Ball, excuse me, for Parker, Colorado. Also played in the PSCL last year and a graduate of Chaparral High School. According to Prep Baseball, his average exit velocity on hits was 91.8 miles per hour. There's ball 3. It's a 3-1 count. And when you're doing research and you're a commentator, like Prep Baseball and perfectgame.org, that's your bread and butter. All these high school players, or most of them I should say, they have a lot of stuff on there as they are recruited at a very young age. 7.06 second 60-yard dash, 83 mile per hour fastball, and a 74 mile per hour curveball. And there's ball 4.
And coming out of Chaparral High School, actually one of the better programs in not just the state, but the country out of Arizona. They've got a fantastic football program over there in Scottsdale, Arizona. Chaparral has been a force in the 6A football scene. They've made the open division playoffs many times, and in baseball they've been just as good.
Now with loaded bases, ball in a bit of trouble here. That's runners at third and second will be charged to Peters if they score. That's going to be a grounder over to the first baseman, and miscommunication. Oh my goodness. So the first baseman, Kretzer, goes up to scoop it, and it wasn't sure who to lob it to, the second baseman or the pitcher. So another run scores, and that will be ruled a hit, and another charge run to Jay Peters. There's ball 1 for Jordan Medina. Stevie Hutchinson got on base right there for the first time today.
Just a horror story defensively right there. The first and second baseman right there, Litzberger and Kretzer. Kretzer goes for the ball. Litzberger's late to go charge and cover the bag. And then on the mound, Ball doesn't even think of covering it. So everyone's late getting over there.
Let me hit right to the shortstop. 6-4 put out at second, trying to throw it across his body, retirement in time, and he does not. So the 6-4 fielder's choice is good for out number 2, and that will retire Stevie Hutchinson, and Jordan Medina is safe at first. But another run comes home to score. That's Logan Warden, and safe at third is Kyle Berkowitz. There's the first pitch, and that's fouled off by John Heitzman. We were talking about this during the break last time he was at bat. You switch out the T and the Z in his name and put an S. He has the same name as the namesake for the Heisman Trophy. Mr. Heisman. This is where you laugh, Steven.
No.
No?
No.
Because Justin laughs at my jokes. You don't laugh at my jokes.
I've laughed at some of your jokes.
But not on air yet.
Not that one. You got to give me a good one.
A 1 pitch to Heitzman. Oh, hits this into right center. And moving over and making the catch on the run is Minnick for out number 3. So pretty disastrous inning for the Rush as they had the lead 2-1 and now they trail 5-2. We're going to the bottom of the 4th. We'll be right back.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Across the Coachella Valley, you'll find our communities powered by short-term rentals. These rentals bring visitors and dollars to the region. Whether attending events, checking out the art scene, or dining at restaurants, when they spend money, we all score. The nearly $1 billion impact of short-term vacation rentals generates tax revenues that fund police, firefighters, education, and many other programs that improve our daily lives. To learn why short-term rentals are a grand slam for the home team, visit onecv.org.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 4th inning. Rush now back trailing again for the 2nd inning in a row coming to the plate. Leading off, it is Derek Ball, who just came in as a relief pitcher for Jay Peters. Now he's a two-way player today. He's like the Shohei Ohtani of the Rush. Wouldn't you say so?
You know, I think we're going on a little bit of a stretch here.
Hits this into right field. It goes straight to Heitzman, who makes the catch for out number 1.
Caden Stillwell on the mound now for the Lumberjacks, taking out the pair of Wallen brothers. Now it's Stillwell, a returner to this to the PSCL. Two-way player out of Ventura College. He'll play up the middle and the infield and occasionally get some spot relief on the mound.
That's popped up high in the infield. Looks like the pitcher will make the call, and he does on the very first pitch. So F1, not something you score too often. There's 2 outs after 3 pitches.
Stillwell being a middle infielder, again, has some good feet, has good mechanics, able to track the ball well. He fields the position really well, and you see it there.
Caden Stillwell from Thousand Oaks, California, and goes to Ventura College. There's ball 1 for Neil Navarro. Neil Navarro was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. It was the first pitch of the at-bat as well. With a 1-0, fouls that off. Woo! Look out. 1-1 pitch. Low and outside, trying to get him to bite of that off-speed, low pitch to get him. Probably would have resulted in a ground out close to second base or first base. Did not bite. The 2-1, same spot. Did not bite this time either. 3 balls, 1 strike. Thousand Oaks, California, I remember in my first season calling summer ball, there was a game. Oh man, I can't remember the name of the park, but it was right by my friend's house out there, and it has this long parking lot and this like long driveway, like a quarter of a mile that you have to drive down to park to get to the field, and it had a little nice press box, had some stairs. It was cool. It was air conditioned. I just wish I could remember the name. So a 2-out walk, and here comes Lubby Marujo.
Marujo 0 for 1, popped out to second base on the first pitch he saw.
And Marujo, his real name is Nicholas, but Lubby is his nickname, and that's what everyone calls him. And in 2024, at New Mexico Highlands University, now by the way, another school with a lot, we get a lot of players from here for the PSCL and Power. Batted .241 and played in 45 games, started 44 of them, had 27 runs and 35 hits and 145 at-bats, including 8 doubles and 1 homer.
Sully Winter pinch running for Neil Navarro. We'll see a lot of pinch runners. Almost all of the catchers get pinch ran for in the PSCL. It's partially a time saver thing, partially just keeping them all healthy, so Sully Winter in there pinch running.
And there's strike 2. And Sully Winter, number 25, listed as an outfielder on the roster. Also goes to college, a freshman at College of the Desert. But no other appearance yet in this game. His first appearance as a pinch runner. There's strike 3. Lubby Marujo goes down looking. So after 4, the Lumberjacks lead the rush 5-2. We're going to the top of the 5th. We'll be right back.
The Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOAs. It's a very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or too large for us to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for.
Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're a community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Quality first. It's quite a philosophy to live by. But world-class ingredients are the foundation of great meals. And we wouldn't have it any other way. At Kaiser Grill in downtown Palm Springs, we believe you deserve the best. So whether it's dinner for 2 or a celebration with 200 friends, quality is our promise to you. Because quality is king. Quality is Kaiser.
Welcome back to the top of the 5th inning. Lumberjacks were able to keep the rush at bay and maintain their lead. Now they come to the plate. 4-5-6 due up, leading off Dylan Nelson, and after him, Jesus Vasquez and Drake Rogers. A swing and a miss at the first pitch. And Derek Ball, extra hitter, relieved Peters after 4 batters faced last inning, and now he'll be on the mound for his first full inning of work. Ball 1. Fouls that off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Not sure if you're able to see it on the broadcast because I know like the quality isn't the best, but there is a fire in the distance, kind of burning southeast of the field, and the wind is blowing it kind of northwest, and it's ahead out in right field. You can see it when you face right field. Ball 2. 2-2 pitch. Derek Ball taking his time. No pitch clock. Oh, this is slammed deep into left field, and it's going to be off the wall and bouncing off the warning track, and a big leadoff double for Dylan Nelson. There's his first time on base today. He's now 1 for 2.
Yeah, Dylan Nelson saw a fastball up in the zone over the plate and just crushed it. 92 off the bat, hit off the bottom of the wall, and it's a stand-up double.
There's Jesus Vasquez, who's 1 for 1. Got on base because of E6 in the first inning, then had a leadoff single in the 4th and came around to score on a pass ball. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 finds the zone, 1-1. Now swings at that. It's going to get in between Marujo and Bachman. And that's going to be a single to follow up that double, and that moves Dylan Nelson to third, and wisely throwing it in right to the catcher to prevent a run from scoring is Scott.
Couple hard hit balls in a row. That one 83 miles an hour off the bat. Basically the same pitch too. A fastball at the top of the zone. Just sent it through the 5-6 hole.
Here's ball 1. Ball 2. Drake Rogers attends Feather River College from Quincy, California. This year he had 33 games played, 66 at-bats. Looks like 34 hits and 6 RBIs. Excuse me, 14 hits. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1. There's ball 3. And Derek Ball, he's had a struggle to throw the fastball. Just finding the zone with that fastball has been a struggle for him since relieving Jay Peters last inning. And there's ball 4. And we have loaded bases with no outs in the top 5th.
And it's just been erratic from ball. The spray chart's been all over the place. I'm not sure if it's an inconsistent landing spot or if it's something in his delivery, but he's just not been able to find the zone.
Here's Peyton Ford, whom Jay Peters walked in the last inning, and he came home to score a run. No balls, 1 strike. One count now. Swings at that. It's going to be a comebacker, and he's going to throw it home to tag out the leading runner. Going to try for a double play at home, or at first, and they get it. What a play. So that's going to be a 1-2-3 double play, and it's not very often you see something like that.
Yeah, great reaction by Ball on the mound. He's able to get the ball cleanly, throw it down to his catcher Navarro, and then Navarro was pulled off the bag a little bit, has the time to step back and then still throw a strike down the line, able to work around that runner. Again, you don't see a 1-2-3 double play very often.
There's ball 1 for Logan Warden. And it looked like they were going to tack on some more runs, and then that comebacker, and wisely, Ball remembers to throw it home, because usually a pitcher's first instinct when they field a hit like that is to throw it to first. But he, as a right-handed pitcher, he saw Dylan Nelson coming home, and he remembers he had to throw it. And sometimes it escapes their mind, and we see, and then their teammates or their coaches get upset with them. Here, 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 count. Derek Ball has now totaled 32 pitches since coming in the last inning. Pops this into shallow right center. Moving over to make the catch and end the inning is Minnick to keep the Lumberjacks from scoring. So we are going to the bottom of the 5th now. Rush trailing 5-2. You're watching PSCL Baseball on YouTube.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app. at Sunbelt Rental.
Welcome back. It's the bottom of the 5th inning. Stillwell on the mound for the Lumberjacks in 2nd inning of work. Rush find themselves trailing 5-2. Gotta have a pickle there in the top of the 5th with loaded bases and no outs. There was a double play and then a fly out to end the inning. There's ball 1. So the order, TJ Wilson leading off, Brody Minnick on deck, and Kaylor Bachman. 2 balls, no strikes. Now this is a good thing for the Rush because they're down by 3, and they have their 3 best batters at the top of the order due up in this inning. And this could be the best opportunity that they have to eliminate that deficit they're in. That'll be a slow chopper, and that'll go by the visitors sitting at the tables over there. Or I should say the fans. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. That's going to be a hit and just out of reach of Ford at shortstop. So a leadoff single puts a runner on, and now the tying run is on deck. Here's Brody Minnick.
And Charlie, you said this is exactly where the Rush want to be if they want to mount a comeback. The only issue, the Rush just have 2 hits on the day, and it's been TJ Wilson on both of them. They just haven't been able to get anything going offensively.
Ball 1 for Minnick. Has a on-base percentage of 1,000, but no hits. He got on base because of E5 and then walked, but came home on an error by the catcher. So a lot of success on base today. Relate that to the mistakes by the Lumberjacks infielders. 1-1 count. Ball 2.
Yeah, and both of those runs unearned. So, again, the Rush have just been struggling to string anything together offensively. They've had TJ Wilson and Brody Minnick scored, but they both scored on errors. Brody Minnick scored on a throwing error from the catcher Berkowitz, throwing the ball into the right field, and TJ Wilson scored on a sac fly.
That's going to be a high bouncer and fielded by the pitcher and quickly throwing it over to first. Oh, now we have a pickle. What is going on? He did not go. And, wow, okay, so that's going to be a 1-3-6 put out there. A very, very strange double play.
Yeah, 1-3-6-3 on the put out right there. It's strange because looking at the runner, TJ Wilson just stopped in the middle of the base paths. He thought that the pitcher was going to go back to the mound, or sorry, back to second base. He thought that Stillwell was going to turn around and throw him out, so he stopped there, and instead of trying to break up the double play,
it looks like it's going to go foul. No, the first baseman says he has the play, and he does. What a play by Warden. And that will end the inning. A very bizarre turn of events. It looked like the Rush were building some momentum, and then that insanely bizarre double play happened. So F3 to end the inning after 5. Lumberjacks lead the Rush 5-2. We're going to the top of the 6th. We'll be right back.
It's a family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's. Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Welcome back to the top of the 6th inning. The Lumberjacks have a 5-2 lead over the Rush. Now pitching for the Rush, Aiden Litzenberger, the brother of Cade Litzenberger, the second baseman. Speaking of the second baseman that goes just past him into center field, one pitch resulting in a stand-up single for Aiden Crozier.
Yeah, Crozier sees a fastball right over the heart of the plate. Low in the zone, goes down for it, engulfs it into center field. Litzenberger, he'll throw a fastball, a slider, and a changeup out of College of the Desert. Plays a little bit of shortstop.
There's ball one.
Berkowitz on the day, 0 for 1, had a walk, reached third.
Litzenberger keeping a close eye on the corner of his eye, and that's going to be hit into center field past his brother once again. So back-to-back singles to start out this top of the 6th inning, and Lumberjacks looking to score some insurance runs. Now Berkowitz, there's his first hit of the afternoon. Now we're back to the top of the order with number 2, Stevie Hutchinson.
Yeah, just jumped all over the fastball there, left over the heart of the plate, and sent it right back where it came from.
There's ball one. When I first saw the name Stevie Hutchinson, I immediately thought of the Hall of Fame guard who played primarily for the Minnesota Vikings, Steve Hutchinson, out of the University of Michigan. Oh, and there's a pass ball. It's going to go under the legs of the catcher for ball 2, and both base runners advance. Now we have 2 Lumberjacks in scoring position. I saw Steve Hutchinson go into the Hall of Fame back in 2021 because there was a double feature that weekend. Because 2020 celebration and ceremony was postponed because of COVID, and we saw the 12 living members of that class go in. Steve Hutchinson was among them. Then the following day was the 2021 class. It was one of the best experiences of my life. There's ball 3. Have you ever been to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Stephen Buxton?
No.
No, you have not?
No, I've never even been to Ohio.
That'll be a grounder over to Aiden Litzenberg's brother, Cade. It'll be a 4-3 fielder's choice to retire Stevie Hutchinson, but a run comes home on the sacrifice ground out. Aiden Crozier has his first run of the day. Now it's 6-2 Lumberjacks. Moving over to third as well is Kyle Berkowitz. There's ball one. You know, your alma mater is getting a new member of the Pope Football Hall of Fame this year. Eric Allen went to Arizona State back in the 80s and played it's some good years there with the Sun Devils. This is hit into foul territory. It looked like it may have been going fair. 1 ball, 1 strike for Medina, who has a run today already. That is the first run of the game. The 2 balls, 1 strike. Fouled back against the net, barely lost velocity or direction. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Jordan Medina. Aiden Litzenberger delivers the 2-2. That's fouled off, and the at-bat will continue. Who do you think the early favorite is to win the PSCL this year? Which team that you've seen looks like it has the best all-around lineup?
I'm going to be honest. I'm just going to go with the team that put up 17 runs yesterday. I haven't had the chance to, like, scour up and down every team's roster, as that one goes in the dirt for a full count. But I'm just going to go with the A's just because I know Jimmy Johnson, and I also saw them hit a home run yesterday.
Yeah, you're so quiet. I want you to talk more because I have such long pauses. I'm waiting for you to speak, and you're not talking, so I kind of feel bad. It feels weird. This is popped up, and it'll be in foul territory. Medina making Litzenberger work for everything.
Yeah, it's been a long inning for Litzenberger. Again, already 2 3-ball counts. This one already going on to its 9th pitch.
That's going to be hitting the left field near the foul ball, but it is fair. Foul ball line. And a run comes home to score. That's Kyle Berkowitz. And Jordan Medina has an RBI double. That's how he has second extra base hit of the day. He is now 3 for 3.
Yeah, RBI single there, scores Berkowitz. Second run of the inning. Oh, and the scoreboard's wrong. It should be 7-2 now.
Ball 1 for John Heitzman. There's ball 2. How many Heisman Trophy winners are there, Steven?
I'm going to be honest, I have no clue. I know Johnny Manziel won one. I know Travis Hunter just won one.
You're 2 down, much more to go. There's a pass ball, and advancing to third is Jordan Medina. So it's now a 3-0 count, and everything's going wrong for the Rush. They've already surrendered 2 runs. This game is really getting out of reach for them. They are the home team, so they will have the last at-bat, but it's all Lumberjacks right now. There's strike one.
Yeah, Litzenberger just has not been able to find the zone much. Again, falling behind against every hitter he's faced.
Hitting into right field, diving for it, and did he make the catch? They're saying he did not, and no, he did. Let's see. I didn't see the umpire's ruling. Is that going to be a hit or an out?
Yeah, they're going to rule that he caught that. A great play out in right field by Minnick. Coming from pretty deep, had to run a long way. The last second dive just barely got it in the glove.
And because he landed on his belly making that catch, there was a chance that Jordan Medina came home because he had to stand up and then throw it. But the coach telling him, no, stay. You're good. You're safe there. Just wait. See what Dylan Nelson does. One ball, one strike for Nelson. 1 for 2 today. He had a leadoff double last inning. Two balls, one strike. Two-one pitch. This is hit into right center field, and that's going to be another diving grab attempt. And no, not even having to fall this time, but making a great catch is Wilson in center field to end the inning on a 2-1 count. So after 5.5, the Lumberjacks lead 7-2. They now increase their lead. We'll be right back for the bottom of the sixth right after this.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are two teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
Monster Shakes, the best ice cream creations in the desert and only place in the world that serves all 10 flavors of Dole Soft Serve. The winner of the best soft serve and smoothies, home to the world's best date shake and other fun creations like ice cream nachos and the cotton candy burrito. For a limited time, come in and try your luck. Any soft serve that weighs exactly 16 ounces is free. Monster Shakes in Palm Springs and Cathedral City facing the Mary Pickford. Franchise opportunities available too. Monster Shakes, a delicious mess.
Welcome back. It's the bottom of the sixth inning. Caden Stillwell is done for the day. His final line, 2 innings pitched, 21 pitches, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 1 hit, and no runs. Now on the mound, a recent departure from the Power, number 22, Peyton Vaughn Canel. He's going to be pitching for the Lumberjacks this PSCL season. A check swing, there's strike one. So due up for the rush this inning is 4-5-6. Riki Kubota, Jaden Scott, and Cade Litzenberger.
Yeah, and Von Canel, 6'6", 210 pounds. Big guy on the mound out of Yucaipa, California. Went to Yucaipa High School and played his first couple years of college at Concordia Irvine. Redshirt sophomore over there, but he's familiar to these fans. He was a PSCL All-Star last year with Jimmy Johnson's A's.
hit by pitch. That'll be on Riki Kubuto's left wrist, and we have a base runner early in this bottom sixth.
Now 21-year-old Von Kanel just celebrated his birthday the other day on June 9th.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. And Jaden Scott swings and misses at the first pitch. He has gone down swinging on both his at-bats today.
Von Kanel only threw 2 innings at Concordia Irvine this year. It was in one game in relief, allowed 3 hits, allowed 1 run.
There's ball 1. Fouls that back against the net. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, so Peyton Von Kanel, he may have left the team, but he did not change his address or his residency for this summer. And he's still getting the reps that he wants. The 1-2 pitch. By his knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Von Kanel, he'll be throwing that fastball predominantly. It's going to be sitting high 70s, low 80s. There's a slider and changeup to add on that. The big righty should be a frontline starter or an impact arm for Sam DiMattio's squad.
Now we have a full count. The Rush down by 5 here. It's 7-2 in the bottom 6. They have to dig themselves out of this hole. This is hitting the center field. Moving over and making the catch is Medina for out number 1, and quickly racing back to first is Riki Kubota.
Yeah, fastball below those, or just at the bottom of the zone. Caught a lot of the plate, though. But Von Kanel fortunate enough that Scott didn't get a great piece of it. A line drive to center field, and it hung up enough for Medina.
Now here's Cade Litzenberger, number 20. Struck out looking both times just like, struck out, both times just like Jaden Scott ahead of him in the order before his last at bat. And there's strike 1. Struck out looking his first time and swinging the second time. There's strike 2. Von Kanel able to find the zone so far, going up against Cade Litzenberger. That's fouled off. Woo! Whizzing by the press box. Oh, hit by pitch. He tried to avoid it. It didn't work. So now Peyton Von Kanel up to 13 pitches. In the 3 batters he's faced thus far this inning, has yet to get a strikeout. And here's Derek Ball, the extra hitter and pitcher. Looks like anyway. Maybe we have a pinch hitter for him. We do.
It's that's a pinch hitter.
We got number 23 for the Rush out there.
That's Jose Diaz, another College of the Desert product.
Swings and misses at the first pitch. Jose Diaz, on the official roster, he is listed as a first baseman and a pitcher at a freshman at College of the Desert. So it's possible that he could pitch in the top of the inning when we come back after 3 outs. And there he fouls that off by the visitors' dugout photo booth. No balls, 2 strikes. So yeah, Derek Ball, after being done pitching, maybe he's done for the day on both offense and defense. It certainly looks like it. Von Canel taking his time. Delivers. Foul back against the net. Diaz stays alive. This is hit in the left center field. Both left fielder and center fielder drifting over, and that's going to be caught by Medina and throwing it over to third. Oh, that throw was in time, but the third baseman, Vasquez, has trouble fielding it, and because of that fielding error, also advancing to second is Cade Litzenberger.
Yeah, that's a tough break there, Charlie. The throw by Medina was not perfect, but it was well within enough time for Vasquez to tag out the runner at third. Kubota would have been out by a wide margin, but instead he can't corral the throw in, and it's a productive out.
It does not get the sacrifice, as it could be ruled E5. We're going to see exactly, I think that is going to be ruled E5. So 4 errors on the Lumberjacks infielders today. There's 2 outs. Two balls, no strikes for Easton Kretzer. Fouls that out of play. I don't know where it went. Please don't start. Oh my God, it startled me. I spoke it into existence. Jeez. It bounced off the oh my goodness, the bench right in front of the press box. Oh my gosh.
Charlie, I want to see your reaction when a ball lands in the press box.
Well, I'll be able to see it coming, so I'm just going to duck down. But like when I don't see it coming, that's when it's a problem. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Easton Kretzer. You were trying your hardest to hold in your laugh right there.
Yes. Yes, I was. I usually don't like laughing at people on air.
Yeah, you see, I knew you would laugh at some point. I knew I would get you to laugh. And there's strike 3. Easton Kretzer goes down swinging. So no runs come home to score. This is the best chance the Rush had to tack out some more runs, but we now go to the top of the 7th, where 5, 6, 7 are due up for the Lumberjacks. We'll be right back.
The Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOAs. It's a very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or too large for us to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for.
Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're a community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Welcome back. It's the top of the 7th inning. Leading off is a pinch hitter for Jesus Vasquez, number 26, Frank Estrada. And pitching now for the Rush, number 25, Sully Wenner. Here's ball 1. Ball 2. So you remember a couple innings ago, Sully Wenner briefly pinch ran for one of his teammates, but did not advance at all. He was just stuck at first.
And now he's out on the mound taking over for Litzenberger. Again, Peters went 3 innings. Derek Ball went the next 2. Caden Litzenberger. As that one's outside for ball 4. He took us the rest of the way. Now we've got Sully Wenner out, and he walks Frank Estrada out of Fontana, California. Went to Aquinas, went to Fullerton Community College.
There's strike 1. And Drake Rogers. 1 for 2 today. Taking off for second. There goes Frank Estrada. That's strike 2. And Estrada is safe at second for a stolen base.
A great throw there from Navarro. I mean, it was on the money, almost perfect, but Estrada had a fantastic jump, and he was just too fast.
There's ball 1 off speed, way outside the zone. And if you're the Rush, how do you get something going here? Because there's almost nothing you can do on defense to kind of get yourself motivated. You just have to make sure you don't give up any runs. That's kind of the tricky part with baseball. When you're on defense and you have a deficit like that, the wait to get back at the plate is agonizing, and you just don't want to wait to make a mistake. You can't force a turnover like in football or in basketball. You have to get 3 outs. It has to be that way. There's strike 3. Drake Rogers goes down looking for the first out of the top of the 7th.
And the tough part for the Rush right now is they've got 9, 10, and 1 due up for their lineup. So they've got to get through the bottom of the order first to even give some of their best hitters a chance. But they're going to be, in all likelihood, going to be facing off against one of the better pitchers for the Lumberjacks, going to try and close it out.
Oh, taking off for third. There goes Estrada. And Navarro's not even going to try. A 1 ball, no strikes for Peyton Ford. 0 for 2 today, but does have a run scored after being walked in the 4th inning. This is popped up into shallow center field. Looks like the shortstop's going to make the call. He does. That's Marujo making the catch for out number 2. Sully Wenner now facing Logan Warden. 0 for 2. Also walked and scored a run in the 4th, just like Peyton Ford before him in the batting order.
Ball 1 looked like a breaking ball, just didn't get back in the zone. 72 miles an hour, about an inch too high.
The 1-0 pitch. Thought about swinging. Maybe he should have it. That's a strike zone. He was off speed. 1-1.
A great job there by Navarro, able to frame up that pitch and get the strike call. It was even farther off the plate, but he manages to fool our umpire. Good defensive work back there.
There's ball 2.
Almost the exact same pitch, but he didn't get the call there.
So if you're the Lumberjacks, you beat the Bootleggers yesterday. You're 1-0. You're only 4 outs away from going 2-0, and you got to feel good if you're them, just starting out undefeated in these first 2 games. But you have a game pretty much every day for the next 4 weeks, and you got to find ways to keep your composure and find rest, and that way you don't overwork yourself.
Yeah, and this is a team that I know it's not all the same players going out there every single day, especially from it's not all the same players from last year or even the year before. But there are a few returners on this Lumberjacks team, and it's a team that's been there and done that. Sam DiMattio's been running this squad for a couple of years now, and they're a consistent contender every year. Last year, they started out with an 11 or 12 game win streak, and every time he's been out there, DiMattio's had his squad as one of the best hitting teams in the PSCL.
1 ball, 1 strike for Aiden Crozier, the extra hitter. There's ball 2. Crozier is 1 for 3 so far today, looking to even it up and go 2 for 4. There's 2 outs, runners in the corners, and the Rush trail 7-2. Ooh, gives this one a ride, but it's foul. What was your best pitch when you were a pitcher in high school, Steven?
Charlie, I'm going to be honest. I had like 4 innings pitched my senior year.
There's strike 3, and Crozier goes down looking. And now we're 3 outs away from the end of this game. Lumberjacks lead 7-2. I guess, listeners, what that means is you're not going to get an answer from Steven. But we'll be right back in the bottom of the 7th right after this. Hang tight.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like our eat, drink, and play combo for just $19.99. Maybe the saying should be good things come in 19.99s. Maybe not. The Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyriq. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
Welcome back. It's the bottom of the 7th inning. The Lumberjacks are 3 outs away from winning their 2nd game of the year. Meanwhile, the Rush are in danger of falling to 0-2 on the year. Payne Volcano on the mound to close for the Lumberjacks. Due up 9-10-1. Neil Navarro, Lubby Marujo, and TJ Wilson due up. There's ball 1 for the starting catcher.
Yeah, Navarro on the day. He hasn't registered an at-bat. He's been hit once, walked once.
2 balls, no strikes. Yeah, so he's There could be a point where he comes to the plate 3 times but has no at-bats. We'll see what happens here. He fouls this off. Out of play, 2 balls, 1 strike.
Von Candle's been almost 90% fastball in this outing so far. Again, it's sitting around 76 to 78 today.
Hits that into shallow left, and coming in to make the catch is Rogers for out number 1.
Good job for Von Candle, able to battle back after falling behind in the count 2-0. Gets a fastball down and in on the left-handed hitting Navarro, and he couldn't get a good piece of it. Small fly ball out to left field, and the Jacks are 2 outs away from their second win.
Lubby Marujo, 0 for 2. Takes strike 1. That'll be a chopper foul. Goes behind him. No balls, 2 strikes. After this, you and I are going to have fun in putting these stats. Isn't that right?
It's going to be a great time.
Yeah. 1 game per person. There's ball 1. Mentioned it earlier, but how the Lumberjacks uniforms look a lot like the forest green and the orange that represents the University of Miami. Definitely resembling the Hurricanes. There's ball 2. 2-2 count. Now usually there's a 2.5-hour time limit for each PSCL game because they only go for 7 innings, and this game started about right at 11:30, and so we're 7 minutes from that time limit, but we're 2 outs away, so I don't think they're going to bleed over. That ground's foul. Von Candle up to 31 pitches. Hits us right up the middle. It's going to be a 1-out single into center field. That'll keep the game going. Lubby Marujo now is 1 for 3, and that's how he'll finish today. Back to the top of the order with TJ Wilson.
Yeah, good job by Marujo, able to reach out well over the plate. He had to go far away for that one. Gets it off the end of the bat, sends it right up the middle, and a 1-out single to try and get some sort of rally going for the Rush. Down 5 right now with just 2 outs to play.
That's grounded over to short. It'll be a 6-4 putout. He bobbled it, and the 6-4-3 double play will not happen, so a fielder's choice tags out Lubby Marujo, 6-4 for out number 2. And TJ Wilson is safe at first on the fielder's choice. So now here comes Brody Minnick, who's 0 for 1 today. Von Candle delivers. Strike 1. Oh, hits this into center field, and the bat goes flying. I think it might be broken, too. And it's caught. And that is how the game will end. So Lumberjacks move up to 2-0, and the Rush fall down to 0-2. These two teams will play again tomorrow. But any final thoughts, Steven?
Yeah, it was just the Rush pitching just couldn't get the job today. Jay Peters came out, didn't have his best stuff, allowed 5 hits and the 5 earned runs. He walked a couple, and then kind of the floodgates just opened from there on. He left, all 5 of his runs scored. and they just couldn't get anything going on offense. It was a great job by the Lumberjacks between the Whalens and between Stillwell and Peyton Von Canel finishing it off. Up and down the lineup as well, the Lumberjacks did their job. It was just a complete game from them.
Well, thank you all for tuning in to today's game here on YouTube. But later tonight at 6:30, it is Xavier High School Alumni Night. You will be on PA, and our colleagues Justin Tatsuki Lee and Johnny Maldonado will be on play-by-play and color, respectively. They'll take on the Alameda Anchors in Game 2 of the two-game series. Thank you all for tuning in. This is Charlie and Steven signing off.